What's up? Welcome back to Nowstalgia. Dave here with a review of IVE's second mini album, IVE SWITCH, their first release of 2024. IVE, as people know, are one of the leaders of the fourth generation of K-pop music. They have been a consistent chart presence, a consistent hit-making group, and it's been very exciting to see, of course, because IVE is not on one of the big four K-pop labels. They, of course, are on the smaller Starship Entertainment, and IVE is back amidst their first world tour. They're going to be at Lollapalooza later this summer. It's a good time for the group. And I have to say that IVE's second mini album, IVE Switch, is definitely my favorite release from the group. And I think it's up there for the best K-pop release of the year thus far. The reason I like IVE Switch so much is that it continues the suggestion the group started making on their last release, IVE Mine. They are trying to diversify their sound. This group is not just going for that very successful anthemic sound that they kind of debuted with. With IVE Switch, they've taken the hip-hop suggestions of their single Baddie the last time around, and I think they've refined it to a much bigger effect. There is a lot more bite, a lot more edge, more hip-hop than they've ever done before, and I think it's done to a really strong effect. It's not compromising the group's past sound. I think it's kind of evolving and expanding it to really great returns. I think the lead single that has a music video, Hey Ya, is quite fun. The next song, Ascendio, as well. There's a lot of highlights up and down this track list, and yeah, I think it's my favorite K-pop release of the year thus far. Hey Ya is very noticeable. The rap starts right away, you get the keys, then eventually the horns drop in, and you have a bit of a repetitive chorus. Again, it's not as grating as Baddie's chorus was, and I think the vocal breakdown at the end of the chorus really saves it. But there's a fun beat switch up halfway through here. The last chorus, the beat is even bigger on it. I think it's a pretty cool song. Definitely one of my favorite singles from them. And of note, this was co-produced by Dem Joints, a longtime NCT producer. Well, curious if that connection will continue. And also, seemingly, Heya is sampling No Diggity, obviously famous song from the 90s. I didn't see it officially credited yet, but you can kind of hear it. I'll be curious if that kind of notion comes out. The second song, Ascendio, man, the rap starts right again from the beginning, and then the second verse is just super upbeat. Like I thought this song was great. Might be my favorite song on the EP. Not sure. The next song, Blue Heart. The chorus, the affect on it is very electronic. Like I think it's very cool. Like intentionally low register in the delivery of the song. It's pretty fun. And this edge from IVE is new. And this song was solely written by Wonyoung of the group, and she solo wrote. She wrote a song on the last project. It's really cool to see such a involved writer from a young group. We don't get to see that too often. You always have to root for that. The next song, Ice Queen, I love that the chorus is rap. I love how that drops in. I actually think it's just pretty hard. Like it's really solid hip hop, honestly. Wow, really fun keys on the production here. More of a traditional chorus, more of like the traditional IVE sound you might think of from the early days, but I think the song's still pretty cool. And then Reset as the closer I liked as well. So yeah, I think at this point, like I'll be really curious what the next full-length IVE album sounds like, because IVE has really, again, diversified what they can do. And I think this shows how successful the hip-hop stuff is. Like there's a lot of songs on here that are better than Baddie, which feels like now as like a proof of concept of what they could do. So we know how successful they've been with the more anthemic stuff with songs like Afterlike. So yeah, very curious like to what the ceiling of this group is. They're not quite as big in the United States as some of their fourth gen contemporaries are. There's certainly room for growth there, but as we know, they are dominant over in Asia. So I expect that to continue for the foreseeable future. But let me know, how did you feel about IVE's latest release, IVE Switch? Do you agree it's their best project like I do? Do you think it's up there for the best K-pop release of 2024? Let me know. And for more K-pop reviews, more music reviews, subscribe, and I'll see you next time.